Hey everyone, this is Amanda from devotioninaction.com, and we are here for day 9 of the Ripening 10-day devotional challenge. And I've got this watermelon basket principle. Now we are in James 3, and James is my favorite book of the Bible. So in all of my Bibles, I have done James. So I had to find an empty page, and it was in my very first original Bible and journal. I still had one page in James left, and so I'm putting this watermelon basket kind of overlapping the words. You could do the smaller ones that just fit in the column, but I kind of liked how this went from the column over into the words, and so I've already traced that out with pencil because it was pretty difficult. I had an entry on the back side that was interfering with being able to see through that, and so I've gone ahead and traced it out already just for time's sake. And the rind of the watermelon would be white, and so I'm putting in that white right there just to remind me. You could just leave it white, but this Bible has pretty cream colored yellowy pages, and so I wanted to add in some white watercolor there on that rind. It goes like white, and there can be like a tint of green where the rind of the watermelon meets the white, and then it goes into the red and gets deeper red the further into the watermelon basket that you go. So this is James 3:17. But the wisdom from above is first pure, then peace-loving, gentle, compliant, full of mercy and good fruits, unwavering and without pretense. So for this watermelon basket, we're just going to, it's basically a basket made out of a watermelon, in case you've never seen one of these in person. We're just going to lay down a light color of green over this, and then we'll come back with some darker green on top of it. A light and bright green. Every baby shower in my church when I was growing up was graced with a watermelon basket filled with balled fruits in a fresh fruit salad. My mother was always one of the hostesses for wedding and baby showers at our church, and she can whip up a watermelon basket in no time at all. She's very good at them. And recently she was in town for my son's graduation party. This was back in May, and she made a watermelon basket for the festivities for that. And so it was kind of fresh in my mind this year. And as I watched her, I thought about that empty watermelon basket. After creating the basket, she had the choice of what to put into it. She could choose a colorful and delicious fruit salad just as easily as she could have chosen liver and onions. Ugh, that would have been so gross. But you get to choose what you put in the watermelon basket. So when I read this verse in James, I was struck by the introduction to our featured verse. So in the verses before, James 3:17, this is James 4:3. I cannot talk today, guys. James 3:14 through 16. It says, "But if you have bitter envy and selfish ambition in your heart, don't boast and deny the truth. Such wisdom does not come down from above, but is earthly, unspiritual, demonic. For where there is envy and selfish ambition, there is disorder and every evil practice." So we can fill our lives with this unattractive, sour form of wisdom, the liver and onions option, right? The bitter envy, selfish ambition, that disorder and every evil practice. Or we can fill our lives with the wisdom of God, a fruit of the Spirit kind of salad. So that was my idea with this empty watermelon basket principle, that it's empty and we get to decide. You get to choose what you put in your basket. What fruits of the Spirit are going to fill the basket of our lives. So now I'm going to just continue watercoloring this watermelon basket. I've got the light green, and then we're like as dark as I can get it, this dark green that contrasts with the light bright green. It's a really dark kind of coolish green. I don't know. It doesn't have a lot of gold in it. It's got more blues in it, I guess, but definitely not a blue green, just a green. Just very dark. Try to get that as dark as possible. If you go online and search watermelon, if you don't have one right now, it's kind of, we're not really in the season here in the middle of the United States for watermelon. But this watermelon, if you look at a picture of it, you would have very light bright green in the background and a very dark green that makes those lines on the watermelon. And then after we have all of those, that green around the basket, then I'm going to come in and fill in the watermelon-y red kind of color. Watermelon red is kind of a pinky red, maybe with just a hint of orange in it or coral in it. And like I said at the beginning, we're going to make sure that red is the darkest down in the bottom of the bowl. So just kind of laying down a light pinky red, and it gets lighter toward the white rind. Also, the dimensional, if you'll think dimensionally, where there would be a shadow where that handle kind of curves over, it would cast a shadow, so that it needs to be dark underneath there. And then where the handle curves from the bottom and up, it's kind of cutting off a portion of that bowl. So against that, it'll be darker as well. Now, this is an old school journaling Bible. So it has kind of those shiny, very thin pages that wrinkle and crinkle and create pooling that is not so controllable. It's not like the Dayspring Illustrating Bible where those pages stay laying flatter, and it's easier to control the pooling of the paint. These, you kind of have to go with it and just enjoy crinkly pages. It turns out beautiful when I do watercoloring on these pages. I really do find the kind of texture of the crinkly pages very enjoyable, but it's also like you have to let go of that amount of control. And I thought it might be nice if this was sitting on like a red countertop or a red tablecloth, and you could feel that repeated red in this. And then I'm going to add a bit of purple to it to create that shadow where it's a little darker, where the watermelon basket would be casting the shadow on the tabletop that it's sitting on. So our action step for today in day 9 is that we need to first assess whether we've been depending on the wisdom of this world or the wisdom of God. Are we humbly acknowledging that our Creator knows best? Or are we trusting in so-called experts and our own education or accomplishments? And then second, let's submit to the peaceable and merciful wisdom of God on a daily basis, filling our basket with good things. I want to pray with you. Dear God, open the eyes of our hearts to the wisdom that we've been trusting in. Show us what we have been building our lives around and filling our baskets with. And remind us daily to fill our baskets with the good fruit of the Spirit. The love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control that you bring forth in us as we are following you and seeking to be ripened by the Holy Spirit. So I just added a little bit of word art there, a title that says, "What's in my basket?" And oh my word, people, I cannot put the right hashtag on these pages. I filmed these all in one day and I just got in a rut. I was putting the wrong hashtag on these pages. Okay, this is DIA Ripening Day 9. Wow, I'm kind of wondering, like, I need to go look ahead and see if I've done this in like tomorrow's as well. We might have it all the way through. I did not notice that obviously at all because I just kept on doing it. Yeah, so then I'm lining out where this watermelon basket goes and just giving that. Make sure that your watercolor is very dry before you try to line out. So I used a lot of water on this page and hit it with a heat tool for a good while before I came back with that black pen to line this out. I hope you are enjoying this. I can't believe we're already at day 9 of the Ripening Devotional Challenge. it's a 10-day challenge, and then we've got like one bonus day, just a little bit of a bonus thing. There was just too much for 10 days. So you've got a little bonus one at the end for day 11. And we'll do those together. And then I'm going to have a couple of posts. I'm going to finish up my wisdom series and have probably 1 or 2 Thanksgiving posts. And then keep your eyes peeled, because there should be something leading up to Christmas, whether you celebrate Advent or not, but it just kind of keeping our hearts Christ-centered during the Christmas season. So keep your eyes out for that as well. I hope that you are enjoying finishing up this series, and that you'll give some thought to what's filling the basket of your life. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow in day 10.